Guys, it's a conundrum. It's a curious question. It's a question that I pondered this past year. I spent 7 years in the church, the last church I was in, and this is the question: why would a pastor intentionally squelch people's gifts, calling, ministry, right? Like, the last pastor I was under, I knew him really well. I knew his heart for God. Would definitely say he was a godly person, a spirit-filled person, good person, kind person. Why would this godly, kind, spirit-filled minister purposely squelch a whole congregation of ministers, right? Well, the answer is he wouldn't intentionally. So what we're dealing with, guys, isn't a bunch of ministers and pastors that are purposely convoluting the church and squelching the congregation that God has brought to them. What you have is a systemic problem. You have a system that incentivizes these things. And so it's like, the irony is that really good ministers can be doing really good things with their church for the sake of their own calling, while at the same time, whether intended or not, squelching every other person's calling and gifting in their church. Because the system of church that we're operating in, guys, is the problem. And this is the thing that I've been coming hard after this question. Why is the church so much against being the church? Why are leaders leading the church away from being the church? Why have leaders created a whole church congregation system that actually keeps people from developing their gift, discovering their gift, walking in their gift? Not because they want to, but because we have a church system created for that very purpose that is now, unfortunately, become mainstream. That system, guys, has its origin and its roots in the enemy of the church. Here's the dire situation, though. We gotta wake up. We, the church, whether you're a pastor or a congregate, whether you're a Christian thinker, a writer, a Christian professor, a Christian teacher, whatever, you gotta wake up, guys. You gotta wake up and realize that the church system that we're currently in, and this is the more mainline Protestant evangelical American system, it's predominantly designed to cause the church to fail, to keep the church oppressed, suppressed, in bondage, enslaved to a system whose very intent is to keep the church from being the church. It's the spirit of Antichrist, guys. The spirit of Antichrist is deeply ingrained in our system of church. How are we going to get it out when we won't even admit it? That's why I'm here. That's part of the message God has given me to the church, is we have, over time, adopted a system of church from Satan. Damn. Yes. I wish everybody would stop and say, damn. Because that kind of is like, yes. I wish people would say, oh my gosh. I wish people would wake up. I wish pastors would wake up. I wish congregants would wake up, guys. The church. Everybody knows the church is falling apart. Nobody thinks it's them. Nobody thinks it's their church. Nobody thinks it's their pastor. We have a pastor-centered church. We have a money-centered church. We have a building-centered church. We don't have a Christ-centered church. That is by design. That is by the design of the Antichrist. But nobody sees it. Nobody's willing to wake up. Nobody is waking up. Nobody's willing to admit it. That's where we are. Woo! Man, I'm telling you, I wish I could get on a loudspeaker. I wish I could grab every pastor in every church all over the freaking world and say, hey, wake up, wake up, wake the hell up. You're in a system designed to prevent the church from being the church. You're participating in it. You're actually advancing it. You're actually instigating it. You're actually enforcing it and reinforcing it. Most pastors of churches are reinforcing a system of oppression for their church. This is why I call it the castrated church, guys, because your pastor is disempowered by the system, but he's also participating with the system that disempowers his whole entire church. Woo! Hey, all I can do is keep saying it. Keep saying it and saying it, and hopefully people start to hear it. That's the state of the church, guys. The problem is systemic. It's not that your pastor's not a nice guy. It's not that he's not a good guy. It's not that he's not even a godly guy. It's that the system of church he's participating in is designed to kill the church. That's a hard truth to accept. I think that's a hard pill to swallow. I think if you said that to a pastor, it would be really hard for them to accept. But here's where we're at, guys. Every single Christian pastor or congregate, we need to do some deep soul searching. You do that in front of God through prayer. You start to say, God, show me, why do people hate Christians so much in my culture? Why are people leaving church? Why is church shrinking? Don't bury your head in the sand, guys. Wake up. You can do it. God is behind this message. The Spirit is moving. So, wake up. Wake up, church. Wake up.